Danny, back at Easter Road, but in a slightly different capacity. Could you tell our viewers a bit about what you've been doing this week?
Yeah, back at Easter Road, first time in a long time, but no, in the last sort of 18 months I've started a degree in sports writing and broadcasting through the English PFA at my last club. Having my circumstances changed in the summer and moving back home to Edinburgh, it was a great opportunity to come in and sort of learn the ropes and get some work experience to work towards my degree. So far this week it's been pretty full on. We've had 2 press days, Sky Sports, the press, obviously a big game at the weekend. So no, it's been great to be involved and see sort of the part of the club that, or the part of any club that as a player you don't get to see.
How have you found the week, and has it opened your eyes in a way that, as you say, as a player you're maybe oblivious to some of the work that goes on behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely opened my eyes, especially I think it was Tuesday when Sky Sports were at the training ground to do a feature ahead of the derby. You know, as a player, Paul Hanlon was the lucky chosen one. So being in his shoes, you know, as a player, you come off the training ground, you go into the room, you do your interview, and that's you. Obviously, from my point of view, being on the other side, you know, being there sort of a couple hours before to a couple hours after, setting up and, you know, making sure everything's running properly. Obviously, there was a live broadcast with the manager as well, so you know, making sure everything is as it should be, and all the preparation that goes in behind the scenes is something as a player you're just not aware of. So it's amazing to think exactly how much time, you know, interview or a setup like that actually takes. I mean, we are lucky players complain about the 10 minutes that they have to give up, but it's certainly a lot bigger operation than that.
What was your motivation for enrolling in the course in the first place?
I think mainly just to actually do something with my spare time. You know, as a player, you do have a lot of spare time. You know, obviously it's important to rest and recover. But probably my mum was on to me more than anything to get my brain working again. You know, sitting around and, you know, watching the television or playing the PlayStation is probably not the most productive. And I'd heard through a former teammate about this course. You know, he'd really sort of recommended it. So you know, I decided to sort of ask the question and not leave it any longer. So I started that a couple of summers ago. I know it's been really beneficial, you know, as well as sort of the playing side of football. I think it is important that, you know, you try and prepare yourself for life after, if you like, no matter what capacity. And this was something that came up that I decided to go with. And you know, you have your football at sort of one side of your life, but you know, you're still progressing elsewhere by you know, furthering your education, which is what I've tried to do.
I guess looking back in hindsight, do you think this is something that is massively important for, I guess, young players especially coming through, that all eyes aren't just on their football hopes, but they're doing other things in the background to develop themselves? I
think 100%. I mean, you know, the one thing I would say is that I wish I'd done it sooner. You know, I waited till I was sort of 25, 26. You know, that's sort of 5 or 6 years where, you know, I could have had a degree, you know, behind me, or you know, some other form of higher education, and it's not a case of you know, not having the time to be able to do it. I think that, if you know, footballers are fortunate that they do have you know, spare time on their hands, which I've certainly realised. You know, like I've mentioned, the work I've done, you know, it is a lot more time consuming when you're working a normal job, if you like. So I think it is important to sort of benefit yourself by using the time you have available, and you know, especially as young players, that you know your career is not going to last forever. But I think, you know, myself included, when you're young, it's all just, you know, football, and more than anything, it can sometimes be a welcome distraction, especially for those, you know, that are really intense on their football, like I was. You know, I think it's good to sort of get away, and you know, you've got a different focus that I think works well. You know, as a good balance.
On to the rest of your week then. A busy press day tomorrow, and then you've got a role within the media team on Sunday.
Yeah, another press day tomorrow. So it's amazing how many press days there are on the lead up to such a big game. I'm going to do some commentary with Hibs TV at the Derby, so I'm really looking forward to that. Be a great chance to go to Tynecastle. I went to the game before New Year. It wasn't the best of games, but it's always a great atmosphere, and there's always that anticipation around the city that no other game produces. So I'm looking forward to getting there and do some commentary and hopefully watch a good match.
And for yourself personally, what comes next? What's your the next steps of your course and your career?
Well, I'm just sort of taking it as it comes just now. I'm got a sort of long-term injury that I'm trying to get over just now, which is sort of refocused or made me focus more on what I'm doing just now. So hopefully I'll have this degree finished by the summer. That'll be the course finished with, and hopefully I can get a good outcome from that, and no matter what's next, hopefully I'll be in a better position than what I was before I started.